Hey, what's up you guys? My name is Words of Wisdom, aka Words of Wisdom, and welcome back to some very average Counter-Strike Global Offensive gameplay. So, in today's video, I want to tell another story, as I usually do over these Counter-Strike Global Offensive videos. Also, this isn't really average gameplay, I consider this a pretty good game. Anyway, I want to talk about something that happened, I think it was like 8 years ago, 9 years ago. I was on vacation in Spain. I think it was called... I think the place we were in was called Cavallino. And we were basically chilling there. We were in one of those small houses. And because fuck sleeping in a tent. Who sleeps in a tent, man? Sleeping in tents, who do you think you are? You think I have no money? You think I'm not rich? I'm just kidding, my parents pay for it. But we had a small house on a camping. And we were basically just chilling there, and after like 2 or 3 days, I met this guy. And his name was Menno. So me and Menno became friends on the camping, and we just basically hung out every day from that point. So we were there for 2 weeks, and I met him after 2 days. So I was with him for like 12 days. I think they arrived at the same day as us, and they left at the same day as us, or maybe one day, they left one day before us. I can't really remember. It's been like almost 10 years. Maybe it wasn't even 10 years. I can't really recall my age at the time. But when I met him, we were at an age where you're basically a bit of a fuckboy, okay? Around the age of 12, 13, you just become this giant asshole. You're just starting to kind of... against your parents, against society, etc, etc. And we decided to just have fun. But, as you will probably conclude after this video, that didn't really end well. I almost got kicked off the camping. So, basically what we did, we were just bored one day. So we decided, there was this club on the camping. It was called the Whoopie Club. And basically what you could do at the Whoopie Club, it was basically for kids. It was a little tent, and there was basically free stuff in there. There were straws, there were little flags, you could draw over there. It's just basically for kids that were bored. So what we did was we stole some straws, because it wasn't necessarily stealing. I think they were free, but we got some straws, and we got some newspapers. And what we basically did was we went around the camping, we put the pieces of paper in our mouths, made them wet, and then started shooting with the straws. And no, we didn't shoot targets, we shot straight up people. And I mean, you're probably thinking, oh, that's fucking stupid, that's probably why you got your first strike, and you basically almost had to leave the camping. No, that's not what happened. The shooting people was, I wouldn't say it was fine, but we were kind of bad at aiming, so we didn't actually hit everything, and most of the people didn't know it was us, because we were hiding behind bushes and then shooting them. I mean, it was an asshole thing to do. We're shooting fucking wet paper at people, like, yeah. But the thing that got us our first strike of leaving the camping, 3 strikes and we're out. Basically, what we did, we went to the pool, and we saw this bald ass dude. He was sitting on this small wall. I think it was like, I don't know, 3 feet high wall. He was just basically sitting there. What we decided to do, and I have no idea why we did this, because, well, it was fucking stupid. But what we did was we just walked up behind him. We approached him, and I don't know what our distance was. Maybe half a meter. I don't know. I'm talking meters. Fuck inches. I think it was half a meter. And what we did was we aimed at him. We shot him once, not twice, but thrice on his bald ass head. And he got so angry. He was kind of fat, so he couldn't really keep up with our speed. But we ran away, and he was running behind us. And he remembered what we were looking like. And the guards also saw us. So later that day, we were sitting at our like vacation house or holiday house, and we were there with the family of my friend Menno, because my parents became friends with his parents. And we were just sitting there. I think my parents were having a beer, etc. We were having a Coke or something. And this guy, he was the camping owner. He came up to us, and he basically reported about what we did, and he said, yeah, we don't tolerate this shit. This is your first strike. If you get 3 strikes, you're out. And we weren't there. We weren't there at the time. I think we were playing, Pokemon Leaf Green on our Game Boys. Yeah, I know. I had a Game Boy at the time. Deal with it. So we basically, our parents were mad, I mean, obviously our parents were mad, but we didn't really understand the strike thing, okay? So we decided, our parents were mad, but we decided, you know what, we want to have fun. So this is where we got our second strike, okay? So what we did was, we saw this giant ass hole. And not giant asshole, but giant ass spacebar hole. And we found out that it was one that controlled both the sewers and the sinks. And what we did was, we had this genius idea to fill up this hole with rocks. So we got rocks, all sorts and forms, and we threw all of those rocks into the holes. And after like, I don't know, 30 minutes after we had done that, we heard people talking about how their sinks didn't work, about how their toilets didn't work. And we were like, oh, that might have been us. We decided not to tell anyone, obviously, because that's confessing to something you shouldn't have done. But then, same situation as a few days before that. We were just sitting at our vacation house, and this guy came up to us again. Yeah, we checked the camera footage, and your kids were throwing rocks into that hole. Now our sinks don't work, our toilets don't work, and it's the fault of your kids. So we got fucking... I don't know, our parents basically almost fucking smashed our skulls in. I didn't talk to Menno for a couple of days because we weren't allowed to hang out, and because they were basically mad. It felt like I was being grounded. And well, after that, I met him again. After that, we met up again. We were allowed to hang out again. We promised we wouldn't do anything like that again. And we basically did something like that again. Except this strike, I don't know why we weren't kicked off the camping. I don't know what happened, but I don't know. What we did was, there were these showers and bathrooms near the pool, where you could just shower and shit, and there was a sink, and you could basically clean your clothes. It was kind of a combination between showers and a washing room, where you can wash your clothes, your hands, maybe even your dishes. I have no fucking idea. It was basically a combination between that shit. So there were sinks, like I kind of mentioned. So what we did was, we thought it was a smart idea to pee in every single one of the sinks. There were like 3 sinks, so I think... No, we didn't pee simultaneously. I think I went to pee first, or he went to pee first, and we basically peed in all 3 of the sinks and just didn't use the sink, so the pee was still in there. We just left the pee in there, and of course, there were cameras, like in every fucking house on a camping. But hey, we don't think about that because we're stupid. So, we got fucked, and same situation. The camping owner came up to our house again. Yeah, your kids peed in the fucking sink. Why? Why did they do that? So we apologized. We offered to clean up the camping, to help with some activities. They didn't accept because it was kind of... We were childs, so if we worked for them, it was kind of like... It was unethical, okay? You don't let 12-year-old kids... you don't let 12-year-old kids clean up your fucking filthy business. So they didn't accept that. But we were basically almost crying. We really didn't want to leave the camping because we were having so much fun. And they, for once, didn't strike us. They said this is actually a 3rd strike. But because your kids seem to be genuinely sorry, and they genuinely seem to not do anything like it again, we will just not count this strike. But this is your last and final warning. So after that we just hung out and we basically used the camping like normal human beings. We didn't do any stupid shit again. Well, we did some stupid shit, but they were small things. They weren't game-changing things. They weren't things that would completely fuck up our stay. And yeah, that's how I basically almost got kicked off a camping. I should have been kicked off a camping and I wasn't. Yep, that's my life. I hope the story was kind of clear. I thought it was nice to tell. I want to do more of these story videos because, well, I just like telling stories about my life. I've experienced some cool shit, like seriously. My childhood was amazing. I think that's something I can really conclude. I hope the story was clear. I hope I told what I wanted to tell. And if I didn't, well, fuck you guys. At least I know how it went. So, if you like this story, then definitely leave a like rating. If you liked it even more, then definitely hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you in the next episode of me telling stories about my random ass life. See ya.